If you're running solo in Dune Awakening and you're tired of getting clapped in labs or missing out on rare weapons, this video is gonna change that for you. Today we're not just grabbing the static needle, I'm breaking down why this rapier might be a game changer, and then I will compare it to its old powerful competitor. On top of that, I'll walk you through how to solo clear one of the toughest Imperial labs in the deep desert. I'm giving you real strategies, some loadout tips, and a full walkthrough on how to survive, loot, and even make profit running these labs solo. So whether you're here for PvP, PvE, or just want that edge as a solo player, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Now the static needle falls into the blade damage type, same category as sword and daggers. The damage per hit is around 139, which puts it right in the line with the most other rapiers in the game, at least the unique ones. It has an attack speed of 139, which is same as the daggers, meaning it's really fast. That's one of the big reasons rapier are so popular right now. High attack speed, solid damage, and long reach. Compared to something like short blades, that extra range really make a difference. Another key thing with rapier is the lunge mechanic. When you attack, it pulls you forward slightly. You can close gaps quickly and keep pressure on targets. That movement is actually a massive advantage in close quarter fights, when everything in this game is about dash, stamina, and closing gaps. So what sets the static needle apart from the rest? It's all about the disruption it has. This weapon has a special effect that drains the enemy power supply. Basically, it's a melee version of a disruptor pistol. Here's how it works. Normally, melee weapons, especially the Mark 6 tier, do 25 damage per hit, but the static needle does an extra 25 damage to shields, which means it's hitting shields for 50 per swing. Now, to be fair, the exact number of hit it takes to break someone's shield will vary, depending on what power pack they're running or if they're using a technique from the planetologist tree which increase their max energy. So it's really hard to give an exact number, but still 50 shield damage per hit adds up real quick, especially with how fast this thing swings. To be fair, I haven't had enough time to test it in PvP yet, but against NPCs it's been pretty solid. It's definitely a niche weapon, but it's got a unique role. Combining rapier style speed with that shield draining passive makes the tactical peak. Personally, it's not my top melee weapon. I'd still take the Halleck pick if I needed something I can rely on in every fight, but the static needle has a unique feel and effects that worth having it in your kit. It shines in certain situations, like if you catch someone off guard, maybe pinned near a wall or staggered. The combination of lunge, speed, and energy drain can really throw them off before they can recover. Now let's compare the static needle to its main competitor, Halleck's pick. Both of these are unique long blade rapier melee weapons in Dune Awakening, and on paper they are nearly identical when it comes to attack speed, base damage, and lunge mechanic. They hit fast, they reach far, and they both have the dash style movement when you strike. But where they really differ is in their special effects, and that's what sets them apart in the actual combat. The static needle focuses on disruption. Like I mentioned before, it deals 50 shield damage per hit. That's double the usual 25 that most melee weapons deal. So it's great for quickly breaking down an enemy energy defense. It's especially really good in group fights where your enemy is just not completely focused on you only. So if you focus on them, you can just chew through their energy bar fast, and once it's gone, they're really vulnerable in a group fight, and you know what will happen, you can kill them. On the other hand, Halleck's pick comes with something way more deadly in PvP: poison. When you land a hit, it applies a damage over time effect that stacks and bypasses shields completely. That's huge. This means even if your target still has their shield on, the poison is ticking away directly on their health. It's an elemental damage type in the game, and yeah, it hits hard. In PvP, where shields are constantly up and absorbing most of the damage, being able to stick damage through like that gives Halleck's pick a massive edge. So yeah, while the static needle is a cool weapon with a unique utility in disrupting power, Halleck's pick is my go-to. This just has way more impact in real fights, especially when you're facing experienced players who know how to manage their energy. That poison effect stacks, hits through shields, and puts constant pressure on your opponent, and that's why this is one of the strongest melee effects in the game right now. Alright, now let's hunt down the static needle. The unique rapier drops from H2 testing lab station in the deep desert, and here's the exact location you need to head to. If you're not sure how to check which labs are dropping what each week, don't worry, there's a tool for that. I'll link the Dune Awakening database in the description. You can check it out now or later. It will show you exactly what's available this week. In this part of video, I'm going to show you the lab's exact location, drop some solo clear tips, and explain how to craft and even sell the blueprints once you secure it. If you got a group of friends or a squad to help you hit these labs, that's obviously the easier way. Just head in, wipe the place, and grab your drop. But if you're going solo and you're not sure how to get it, clear it, and walk out with the loot, don't worry, I got you. I'll cover everything you need to know to pull this off on your own. So if you go to the H2 testing lab, drop rate for this item is 100%. Yep, you will get at least one, anywhere from 1 to 5 can drop, depending on your luck. But if you are really lucky, you walk out with 5. If you're not, still you're guaranteed at least 1. Before you rush in, there are a couple things to keep in mind. I've seen people running in with the life scanner to scout out the station before entering. It's useful if you're worried someone's camping it. Personally, I forgot to bring it, not something I usually carry, but it's definitely a smart move if you're cautious. So scan the area, make sure it's safe, then go in. From there, you're looking at one big room where the fight goes down. This lab is kinda different from the one in previous weeks. You don't have to go through multiple doors, it's just one room and enemies spawn in waves, 5 or 6 of them. Each wave gets harder, more enemies spawn, but honestly it is doable as a solo if you know what you're actually doing. Okay, if you want to make those labs easier for you, listen to these tips. Avoid range enemies at first. They don't do much unless your shield is down, so focus on melee enemies. One important thing to keep in mind is always stay behind cover or near corners while you're dealing with the melee mobs. This helps you avoid unnecessary shield damage from the ranged enemies. Even if you've got one melee guy chasing you and a couple of ranged ones trying to shoot, you can kite the melee enemy behind solid cover and deal with him there. If the cover is tall enough, the ranged enemies will hit the wall or object instead of you, and even if it's not fully tall, a lot of their shots will miss or be deflected, which totally works in your favor, especially when you're solo and you can't afford to take too much extra damage. The other thing that you need to know is always stagger first, then land the slow shield piercing attack. That's the main combo you want to repeat, but pulling it off right means understanding the enemy's behavior. Different mobs have different attack patterns and abilities, so you can't just run in blind. To get a clean stagger, you've got a few good tools. Shigawire, quick and reliable. Crippling strike, perfect when you need a second stagger. Suspenser blast, super useful when you're surrounded or even if there's just one target you have to eliminate fast. But watch out, some of those smaller melee enemies use Suspenser blast too. If you got caught in it, your movement gets impaired and you'll be wide open in the middle of a mob. That's usually GG if you're solo, so stay out of their blast range or hit them before or right after they try to use it. For larger melee mobs, it's pretty much same concept, but they're tankier. You'll usually need 4 to 5 slow attacks to drop them, depending on you have already shaved off an attack or 2, so pay attention to their shield state. It will be 4 to 5 slow attacks. Also, don't get too close and try to spam light attacks on the big ones. If you do, they'll hit you with a triple combo strike and knock you back. Then they will keep doing the same thing again and again. Here's a simple rotation I like to use on these big guys. Start with Shigawire to stagger, then land the slow shield piercing attack. Next, use crippling strike for another stagger, hit again with the slow attack, back off a bit, let them come to you. When they start shooting at you, counter with a heavy rapier lunge, which staggers them again. Then finish with another slow hit. Repeat that combo and you'll take them down safely without eating too much damage. Then repeat this same process for all the 6 waves. Just keep doing this, cycle the lab, pick off isolated targets, stun, stagger and slow attack. You'll clear all the waves in no time. One big reminder though, this is still an open world PvE PvP game. People can show up at any time. Don't get reckless. Even if you're close to cleaning a wave, it's better to play safe. Keep your HP bar and shield up, that way if someone rolls in, you've got a fighting chance. Trust me, I've had this situation a lot of times that people run in, and since I hadn't taken too much damage, I still had a chance to either kill them or maybe just buy enough time for me to my friends get there. Survivability is the priority over speed. And once you finish the lab and grab your static needle, head back to Haga Basin to craft it. For me, I got lucky and walked out with 3 of them. I learned 2 of the blueprints just to have backup in case I lose one, and I listed the 3rd one on the auction house for 600k. Now prices are gonna vary depending on your server, but keep in mind this weapon just dropped yesterday. Almost not everybody have it and very few people are listing it yet. So if you get extra, that's extra money. Throw it on the auction house while it's hot. But if you're still unsure what build or skills to level up to make labs or PvP easier for yourself, I've got you covered. Check out my 2 latest videos linked at the end of this one and in the description below. In one video I break down all the skills, passives, takes and abilities I personally use, why I pick them and how they help you in both PvE and PvP. In the other one I covering inventory management, equipment, weapons and loadouts. Everything that you need to carry with you into Deep Desert, whether you're hunting players or clearing out mobs. So go give those videos a watch if you're looking to get better at soloing or just want to optimize your setup. And hey, if you enjoyed this one, drop a like, leave a comment letting me know your thoughts on the current state of solo play in Dune Awakening, and subscribe to the channel if you're into this kind of content. I post daily Dune Awakening videos covering PvP tips, updates, builds and everything in between. Much love, thanks for watching and as always, peace out.